Hello and welcome to the Truly Bedrock Rundown. I'm your friendly neighborhood shepherd Tamer.
And I'm Jessie B. Tycraft 102 took a much needed break this week, so the writer was yours truly. And our editor is CTClunker.
Now let's get into the trials and tribulations that happened on the Truly Bedrock realm this week. DB finally found his way back to the TB realm this week. After shamelessly plugging his wool farm, he decided to make a new minigame, an archery range featuring the newly added 1.10 crossbow.
An archery range, but it's not going to be just like a decorative one or, whatever. It's going to be all proper with like actual redstone and stuff. Let's get rid of that crossbow. It's going to have redstone and maybe even a prize for the winner.
And after perfecting the redstone, he does a test run and shows his cleverly named DB's crossbow training instruction book.
Ooh. No, come on. Yes. Is that it? Did I get them all? Yeah, there you go. I've done it. Champion.
This week, Daphne Elaine tackles decorating her puffer sub. On the lower deck, she shows off a fishing hole she created that reminds me a little too much of Deep Blue Sea.
She then shows off some fun redstone tricks while designing her barracks, placing some cleverly placed helmets on crafting tables. And finally, she finishes off her week by adding an armory.
Yeah, this is probably about as redstone as it's ever going to get for me on Truly Bedrock, guys. So enjoy it while it lasts. Very easy to do. Easy stuff right here. So decorative-wise, like I love doing this kind of stuff. This is easy bedrock, or this is easy redstoning for me. This is great. So it looks like maybe somebody placed their helmet down next to the chest and next to the crafting bench. Now I wonder if I could move this just enough. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, yeah, that looks better.
After finishing off his world tour, Rogue Fox begins building a factory around his wool farm, making his little island less lonely feeling.
It does take a small interlude to take a shot at an AFK DB, before adding some small smokestacks to the factory build, making it look quite familiar.
And yeah, I mean, I guess from this angle it doesn't looks that's a good angle, but yeah, from this way, I guess. No, I'm low on rockets because I was trying to find Gruba. Let's go ahead and go back to our spot. Take a look at it from here. Oh, okay. Not too bad. I mean, I guess it kind of looks like the boat over there, but I mean, no one's gonna be able to tell, right?
Feeling unwell this week, Foxy No-Tail decides to embark on an epic quest to resource gather materials needed for his time machine. Realising how much glass will be needed, he proceeds to build a fairly decent-sized piston-feed tape furnace system.
There we go, that didn't take too long at all. It has a lot of furnaces and it has a very fast output. We are getting absolutely tons of glass going through this thing. I didn't have a great deal of sand to chuck in there, nor fuel either, but what this is basically 2 loops, so I could add more loops if I wanted to make it even bigger and faster, on just a piston clock really. So the furnaces spin round, and the product, you put your whatever you want to smelt in there, you put your fuel in there. As you can see, they've both gone through the system, and it will just fill it up as it comes through. And you can see some of these furnaces, as I click on them, have got items in there. They will continue to smelt while they're moving, so they don't lose their inventory, they don't forget, they just keep going round and round and round.
Next, Foxy teases us by starting work on the support structures for his time machine, and showing us a mock-up of his plans.
After a trip to the end, he pays back Silent the elytra he owes him. That puts an end to his debt. But that wasn't all. Foxy also found time this week to make a rudimentary blaze farm, as well as educate us on flower farm mechanics on Bedrock.
Which basically says what type of flowers will grow on what blocks. So it's not random. These red flowers will grow on these blocks. Not every single time, but that's where they are, if you like, in the world. So this particular chunk that we're in, that we've added this to, obviously doesn't have many yellow flowers growing it, which is why we don't have many yellow flowers. It's obviously got a lot of red tulips and orange tulips, and if we was to build it elsewhere, we'd probably find that we got different types of flowers on that.
Silent Whisperer finds the realm a tad broken after returning from Puffer Reef, when all of the chunks at his base refuse to load. Deciding to make the most of it, he begins fixing up a few things at the Guardian farm.
And this is a bug because in 1.10, the current update for Bedrock, the lightning is not supposed to strike through blocks. We had a block above their head right here, a nice little fancy slab, and that was supposed to protect them from lightning, but they got hit by lightning anyway, so we lost to 10 villagers here, 10 villagers over there, and we need to get villagers back in there, which is the biggest pain in the butt you can possibly imagine, because they barely ever want to breed, and it's just a whole nightmare, and I already did it once, and it's going to be really fun.
He then decides to make a double blaze farm, but soon finds out that the spawners near the portals aren't true double spawners. When he finds something that works, he begins work on the layout of the farm that will make use of flying machines.
After a nice birthday weekend, TNC Cuban shows off a custom shield and elytra that he retextured on his time away, which are pretty fitting of our favorite ninja.
He then gets to work on making a massive gold farm with Slack. Apparently, there were a few deaths in the making that he neglected to leave in. He then makes an auto sorter for the farm. The redstone looks great. The room, however, could use some sprucing up.
But yeah, so the water goes over around the back of this wall, up through that, that's kind of holding the water back, up through there into our filtration sorting system, which we have all the iron nuggets right here.
Iron nuggets? You
More
said it too.
nuggets.
You did it too. You did it too.
iron
You
nuggets.
said iron. They're gold.
Oh, iron. Yeah, it's iron nuggets. Yeah. No, it's gold. Gold. Yeah.
If you can't tell from our lack of words and brains that can't think, we have been actually sitting here grinding a lot today. A whole lot today.
Great minds must think alike on the server because Slack Lizard also makes a double blaze farm this week, which you can find a tutorial for on his channel. After some questionable design choices, he finishes the farm and heads over to Mr. No-Tells to gift him some blaze rods.
That's not bad, Slack. It's not bad. I mean, it's not, it's not brilliant, to be fair, but it's not bad, to be honest. It is a bit lazy, though, like using a trident and not even you doing it yourself.
Oh my.
Oh, Chuck! What are you doing, Chuck? Oh, no!
Apparently he's not eating.
No!
Oh, look, one
I
of your
didn't even
friends
know
are
he
back.
did eat.
One
I
of
didn't
your
even know he could eat.
While building the gold farm, Slack did a small time-lapse chat where he asked what type of content you like seeing. And we thought we'd ask the same. In the poll above, tell us what type of Minecraft content you enjoy watching the most. Proud decides to claim one of the mapped out areas at the spawn island to make a restaurant this week, complete with Wilson the shopkeep. So far it fits in beautifully.
I've done about as much as I'm going to do on this right now. I think it looks pretty good. I've said it a million times, I'll say it again. I'm not a master at decorating or any of that kind of stuff, but it's serviceable, It looks like a little restaurant. We got our shopkeep here, who we need to name. Anvil to name him. I guess we'll be coming back to that. So yeah, we're going to call this place right now done. When I come back to it, we'll do some more decorating here in the front.
After adding some final touches, Proud goes to the library and updates his comments on the new fancy lecterns. He then heads back to the restaurant to stock it up and finish off his week.
Unfortunately, this week Groover and Zloy XP didn't have episodes, but we'll be sure to catch them next week.
And that's all for us today. Be sure to hit that like button and follow us on Twitter for all of the latest updates. We hope that you have a truly amazing day.
Goodbye.